65, 65, 65, 65.
You are as full as man makes you, and you're no cooler than cancer. All man hates you. They'd rather die by car crash, lightning, drowning, falling off a roof, electric chair, heart attack, old age, old bomb. They'd rather die by anything but you. Death's finger is freelance, not up to man whether you boom or not. Death has long since distributed its categorical flu.
Too many. I can't remember them all. Right. Pogo. I got two little sisters to think about. In the event that ghosts appear, I'm told I'm supposed to hear a signal when the coast is clear. But I'm alone in this room, and it scares me to start. I'm having second thoughts, and it tears me apart. Holding on to my breath, for dear life, feeling confused, yet still enthusiastic about the sound of music. Join me, please. Some wanna get dirt on the Centaur, I'm famous. I walk around with no shirt on. The easiest way would be for you to lie face down. I'm a man, but I'm built like a horse from the waist down. People are afraid of me, but act like they love me. Feast your eyes upon my nudity. I am Beauty and the Beast. I have plenty to say, but nobody listens because my cock is so big, and the end of it glistens. So I'm famous for it. Freaky is what everyone's name is for. Shorts larger than yours. I'm a Centaur for Christ's sakes. I like to eat rice cakes and listen to classical music. I'm told passion is my specialty. specialty, but really I'm old-fashioned. I'm quite well built as far as physiques go, so people seem to think that I belong in a freak show. They wanna have pictures taken, constantly assuming that my sex drive is 3 times that of a normal human, asking silly questions like I'm their personal mentor. All they care about is my big dick, cause I'm a centaur. The porno industry wants to pay me lots of money to appear in books and movies, cause they think I look funny, but I'm looking for true love, not groupies and freaks. More than a huge cock, I have a complicated mind. I'm not the favorite kind of companion for the average person. Sometimes things start well, but eventually worsen when sex becomes a problem, or else they're unimpressed with the attention that you get being a centaur's love interest. You don't care about my next life, just my ex-wife and the intimate details of our sex life. Most people are curious, some wanna get dirt on the centaur. I'm famous, I walk around with no shirt on. The easiest way would be for you to lie face down. I'm a man, but I'm built like a horse from the waist down.
You want something, friend? There's a seat right there. Well, come on up here a little. Glad to see you. What's your name? Okay, Richard. That's you. You have a seat right there. You can see me real good, okay? You just want to see what I look like.
Dibs on drums and first say on the mic. Rule number 6 for life is stay on the bike, and as soon as you can, you get rid of the training wheels. There's no way to explain how good entertaining feels. It's better than nothing, and it's more fun than pinball. When it's done poorly, it's enough to make the skin crawl. It's like chewing on tinfoil, and the only thing worse is when kids pedal drums without paying a few dues first. So don't ask what my drums are, cause I either won't tell you, or else I got a list of phony records to sell you. Cause see, no one helped me, and as a matter of fact, there's a thrill in the hunt for a platter of wax. It's called searching for the perfect beat. The honor is prestigious to those with the knowledge, and to cheat is sacrilegious. I'm talking bootlegs and reissues, I avoid them like the plague. But don't ask where I look, cause I'll lie or be vague. I'm on the lookout for beats every little second. Check country and western, even heavy metal records. Leave no stone uncovered, and for every 10 tooken, you may find none with 10 hours spent looking. But that's what makes a good score so rewarding, even if you spend $20 on a rare record. So don't ask what my drums are, cause I either won't tell you, or else I got a list of phony records to sell you. My beats aren't familiar, so you can't put your finger on them.
I know you got some beats, as I also have some beats. How about you come here tonight and you don't die? Save your bone and hit your waist.
around the playground with my friends yelling we hate girls, and now all's well that ends well, and there's so much to be said for fresh starts and second chances in a world of scary monsters and high-tech advances. I try to do what I do with love instead of with anger, and sometimes I bite my nails cause real life is a cliffhanger. What with only seconds left at the end of the 10th hour, we got emergency ways to respond to the end power. The alloys are lightweight and increasingly durable, but as far as I'm concerned, the original is preferable. I'm stubborn that way. I piss while humanity waits. My motto wouldn't fit on a set of vanity plates. The watch in my pocket may be indeed old and tarnished, but at least I can raise my hand without a shoulder harness. You know, I could easily replace my lungs with a respirator, my pants with a TV, and my staircase with an escalator, but my life revolves around the spherical orbit of Earth, and it ends forever with the miracle moment of birth. On the first day of spring, I start work on the fall edition, and decide for myself who's a thief and who's a politician. It's two different things on different pages of the calendar. I gauge the way I react on the age of my challengers. I roll my boat gently against the current, and I believe a real life and death experience, and keeping an even keel. I get, the more life starts to make sense, and the less I care.
What's that din? Stop that racket. What's that din? Stop that racket. Damn the noise. I'll kill them all.
Worth winning from the beginning of the first inning. An essential day off since it's provincial playoffs, and I'm playing shortstop, batting fourth in the lineup. The opposing pitcher's a right-hander with an unorthodox wind-up, and a good move to first. Throws a curve and changes speeds, can be wild at times, and is known to blow the strangest leads, like the last time we faced him. He turned one savage lead to a loss for his team, and inflated his earned run average, but today he seems focused. And we were stuck out to dry in the top of the first because he struck out the side. But in the bottom half, the bad guys came out swinging. A lot of coaches like to choose taking the same route, bringing the big hitters to the plate and players that are purely speed to try to manufacture runs and jump out to an early lead, and this time it worked. So we were gonna need a hero, cause after one complete the score's already 3-0. Leading off the second, I swung at the first pitch. No wonder the center fielder backpedaled to the track and settled under it. 0 for 1, a can of corn. The ball is thrown around the horn and back to the pitcher's mound. And all is going good for the bad guys, but not so hot for the visitors. The big right-hander is taking no prisoners. He seems to have us figured out. The question is, can we compete? He's pitching perfect after 3 complete and has a 3-run lead.
Hey, yo, what's up? I guess you're now Bike 65. I can't even call you Stinking Ranch. But I'm just so pissy, man. I have to got a fistful of steel. Getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even me and my dad are just so upset with this fucking bullshit. Had to get drunk on our own. Later, motherfucker. Still not home, your Bike 65, the rock star. I'm out in the distance. Way too far. I'm reading Walt Whitman at a Shakespeare festival. Checking you out while you're in the Halifax Mall. Thinking you're cool. But I'm out here. Get on back. Reaching my ear.
There's equal spaces between the hurdles and steeplechases, so I don't go around blowing smoke in people's faces. Rather than acting like a pest to your spouse, I'll conduct my behavior like I'm a guest in your house. No matter what, cause I found that you'll learn it's your ass in the future if you fart on someone's furniture. Not everyone thinks having no class is funny. A fool is an outcast when he outlasts his money. I dress like an old man, so what? Lord knows I love little babies, and I cry at award shows. It's nice to hear sad songs played on the piano. I'm a fan of the fine arts and John Galliano. I use mirrors in attempts to dispelling the powers of evil and believing, smelling the flowers even. Life is a vagrant, or thug will get stagnant, so follow your nose and savor the fragrance. I don't act hard and waste time with irrelevance, or underestimate the audience's intelligence. I do what I do with skill and sincerity. I am what I am, not a fraud or a parody, so I don't act hard and waste time with irrelevance, or underestimate the audience's intelligence. I just do what I do with skill and sincerity.
Stupidity is disgusting, repulsive, obnoxious, cretinous, wasteful, Stupidity. Stupidity is typical, common, everywhere. Confusion is unpleasant. Uncertainty is upsetting. Getting lost is disquieting. Being hesitant is unsettling. Doubtfulness is confusion. Unhappiness is depressing. Gloom is dreary. Barrenness is bleak. Ugliness is anxiety. Misery is desolation. Desolation is despair. Woe, sorrow, dejection, humiliation, degradation, groveling, decadence, despicableness, misery, insanity, obsession, repression, recession, session, delusion, exclusion, confusion, confusion, pleasant.
Race is over, and I won. These are not contradictory facts. All that's left now is victory laps, and I have no intention of slowing the pace. So unless you're a sucker, you won't be showing your face. And guess what else? I don't want to shake hands or make friends or make amends, so don't make plans. Cause not only can you not ride on my coattails, I wouldn't even let you clean the dirt out of my toenails. I consider your style to be garden variety. You can't go around acting hard in society. It's only gonna lead to frustration, more depression, and vague illusions over a minor key chord progression. So continue the chase by all means, but you might wanna think about what it is you're chasing. Cause if your foe is your own tail, you try to match his wit, it may be like picking up dimes with a catcher's mitt.
East Sterling Mill, Dunfermline 2.
my darkness, I muse now upon this object of nature, and now upon that, and find it impossible to soothe my restless head, however much I wish it. This perpetual action of mine deprives me almost wholly of sleep.
I haven't slept, sleep being the cousin of death. And as I lay there awake at night, there wasn't a breath that exited my body that didn't coincide with the recycled evaluation of feelings that I know inside. Boy Scouts have had their way with my stomach, and a marionette hangs limply from my most important muscle. I simply can't imagine living on the moon. I hope that I can find my way back to dreamland pretty soon. Prosthetic throwing arm, isn't it fantastic? I want a one-way ticket to hell in a handbasket. It seems like I got it made, and then I begin to feel like I'd give up all my winnings for another chance to spin the wheel. I don't know if I have a prayer or a hope in heaven. All I know is that I'm afraid to read my horoscope. It makes me want to holler, or at least let out a yell. I'd give up my next life if I thought that it would help. I don't want to play no more, I just want to get to sleep, cause most likely sleep will let me forget about the other people that haven't been able to make me stop feeling like demons are hiding behind the walls and in the ceiling. My catcher always told me, you can't hit what you can't see. Your absence actually aggravates my fancy, and my own stubble tickles me and irritates my sensitive skin. I'm surprised at how uninventive I've been. I'm frozen, but my mind's made up, and I've chosen to lock the door behind the next person that goes in. Raindrops keep falling on my cheeks and on my trusty little halo over my head, and so it's getting rusty. I've been poked by so many fingers that getting poked by fingers don't bother me no more. I feel like a jellyfish, uncephalized, uncivilized, unspecified, unspecialized. Currents carry me, my own endurance buries me. Deterrents make me weary, so I wear this ring for reassurance. Currents carry me, my own endurance buries me. Deterrents make me weary, so I wear this ring for reassurance. I take a bite out of Marianne's cookie and Christine's apple and write graffiti on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. And no, I'm not joking about drinking coffee and pot smoking. Many minds tried to take the weight off me and got broken, but I remain soft-spoken, humble yet cocky, if that makes any sense. And I mumble like Rocky Balboa. What's up to my good pals Noah, Rob, Gordo, Brian, Tyrone, and Jeff? And oh yeah, some of the other names ain't good to mention because a lot of folks don't know the true meaning of friendship. And I won't let a drum machine come between me and myself. I can't be bothered with cosmopolitics. Wolves ran after us, but they couldn't catch us. Scared because we strike anywhere like wooden matches. First part finally and second part initial. Now what you call official art, I call artificial. Who would be fool enough to think he or she wasn't cool enough to smell the flowers, listen to the bees buzzing? I tell my little sister shut her eyes and think about the butterflies and don't say bad words or utter lies. It's a classic case of abusing the telephone device and not being able to take my own advice. Oh well, what you gonna do? Should this spacious interior be home to goodness gracious? I'd like to think so, and I'd like to live long. So hold the cold hand of the old man and give strong, positive shouts out to the inner core of beauty at every step along the way on your tour of duty. Whatever that is, and keep your mind open, keep your ears open, and keep your eyes wide open. Keep guessing.
Each man one way, each horse one stance, each church one Buddha, each master to his own technique.
the fourth, and our leadoff hitter makes it to first base. And here we go, it's the worst case scenario for any opposing pitcher, because you gotta reckon that the first chance he gets, he's gonna try to steal second, which he does. So for the first time during the mission, we got nobody out and a man in scoring position. The next batter flies out to right, but your word, that's still only one out. We got a runner on third. So then the number 3 hitter steps up to the conventional talk of showing where you live, but draws the intentional walk. It's a bold maneuver to make because trouble may follow unless they get the double play from the cleanup hitter, and that's me. The infielders set up at double play depth when they're ready, but I smack a line drive into left center for a double, bringing 2 across. Just leave it up to me to do the damage in the cleanup spot, cause now the score was 3-2. The score remained the same through 5 past tense to pretense. We kept them close with a dazzling display of defense. We had to pull the starting pitcher for one that was left-handed. The story of the 6th inning was base runners left stranded and bullpen activity. But still the job is getting done after a perfectly executed hit and run in what may later prove to be the ultimate game-winning catch. We got a tie game going into the 7th inning stretch.
Jesus, Trilby and Tree, movie house president sitting.
Sugar in the gas tank and sand in the Vaseline. $1.65 in foreign currencies, just in case and for emergencies. I keep double copies, single pairs of plastic explosive if I need them for signal flares. Gosh darn it, I'm the intensifying image of your last hope incarnate. 5% fairy tale, 95% of me is hard work and I rarely fail. Even though I'm very pale, I wear a suit of armor, and in the summertime I ride my bike and get a farmer's tan. 41.30 and I'm okay for hours. Backstage at the showcase, I want bouquets of flowers, a large order of fries, and I'm sorta surprised because the same thing happened in the Lord of the Flies when Piggy lost his glasses and got crushed by a boulder. Thanks, you know, and even though I'm touched, I am older. 47,516. All I need's a flexed wrist. Stupid DJs would give their right arm to be ambidextrous. The path of radical thought is mathematical. I subtract distractions in addition to inhibitions. Now come on everybody, click your heels and do the Dorothy. Don't go looking for trees through the forestry. I'll calmly and gladly tell your mommy and daddy that their little baby girl is part of an experiment. I never meant to scare anyone. I've been honest, I've been nice, but I feel like I'm skating on thin ice and my skates need sharpening. I got hardwood floors, but I cover them up with some nice shag carpeting. I hold whole lots of dollars out of whole lots of pockets. Life is still just a big old bowl of cherries. I love berries to chew on and any kind of fruit juice. I used to always either have a bleeding nose or loose tooth. That was in the 70s. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that apathy in the 90s replaced the 80s adrenaline. These be the things that the world says to censor, and it'll snap your head back like an old-fashioned Pez dispenser. So try to stay on top of it. In fact, knowing opposites attract, the best thing might be to open windows for security. As we slip into obscurity and something more comfortable, try to bear in mind that memory is parallax.
So help me God. 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 So help me God.
1973.
Then, like a thunderclap, the ritual of steel begins.
often than not, what's worth owning is worth fighting for. Whether it be life, love, and the pursuit of happiness, mom's apple pie, or even something as basic as sex. And don't go knocking it. That three-letter word makes a mockery of the four-letter ones that try to cheapen it. It's a wonderful game for people of all ages, and even for losers, it's worth a try. That's good morning and goodbye.
Section, they think you're gentle and nice. You bring glasses of water with lentils and rice, old-fashioned outfits, and it also appears that gratuities are greater when you don't wear brassieres. They give you their orders and watch when you write them, wishing that you could be their menu item. They want to be breastfed the day you get work off. With you in their thoughts, they walk home and then jerk off. You look like a model, so young and intrepid. The regular customers, the old and decrepit. The food here is rotten, but the service is stellar. I know that I love her, and I wish I could tell her. But they don't know your name, cause you don't really care. As long as they tip you and stay in their chair. They swallow their tongues and the venom from 30 vipers. Tell them a lie and change their dirty diapers.
Son siècle épouvanté de n'avoir pas connu que la mort triomphait dans cette voie.
Know if it's really worth mentioning that antifreeze, while toxic, is rather thirst quenching. And anyway, the point is you have to choose between school and having kids that splash around in the shallow end of the gene pool. How did you manage to make the erection worthwhile with cigars and the scars from a C-section birth style? Next thing you know, you're behind, and pretty soon your mom's taking photos of your date to the shitty junior prom. Even though you feel in your gastrointestinals that you'd rather hang with Yeltsin or Castro in festivals, you try so hard to get ahead, but you can only fail. So you might as well start wearing your hair up in a ponytail. If you need to be told what to say, get a teleprompter and take some advice from a man up in a helicopter. Piss off the wrong person you think you're defending. With promises made, they may be just pretending.
Calendar or just rap. Time is on. The breaks. We're going to do something that's a little bit different from the breaks by now already.
sidewalk, street by warehouse, through dark brown mud. One little dandelion swayed up from a crack. There was dirt in it. The crack, not the dandelion. This is what I'm doing right now. Not bowling, not standing on your face. Walking, slower than sleighs, faster than forests disappear. Damp, cardboard, scattered whatnots. Suddenly I appeared in front of a fence. If you were a small metal box with a hole in it floating 5.5 feet off the ground, 6 feet from the fence, you would have seen me motion by through time and space. I would not have cared about you or the fence. It was 8 feet tall, 1/16 inch thick corrugated sheet metal with a gray primer finish. Seeing that, I wondered, is it true that you couldn't find the scissors? Although it rained earlier, the paper note was not destroyed. Part of a note I found on the drying, spottily sunny ground with brown skies over it and a spot of sun. The note. Apparently it was ripped off the bottom of a letter by a parent. She had plans to lose some weight this summer, it said. I thought about making it into something you can't even think that I know about. A broken down swing set sat sullenly sideways in the center of the street, tipped over. And suddenly nothing happened. It was then that I planned to dissemble myself, and it was then that I knew there would not always be supper at sundown.
Try to be nice and take care of my appearances, keep out of trouble and trifle interferences. The Bachelor of Science, I run my own company. Somebody call me, my number's unlisted. Some stories are straight and others come twisted. Women's intuition and young gals' luck. Every girl I know has a crush on. Boys may cheat, either that or they might leave her. All I wanna do is dance, I've got Saturday night fevers. So let me rearrange my sock drawers alone behind locked doors and make scrambled eggs for breakfast and sit and read the box scores. But I'm not trying to score points with. I'd rather read the Bible than use its pages to roll joints with. I get what I want, but got no one to share it with. A feeling in my chest and nothing to compare it with. The Bachelor of Science, I run my own company. Show me your photographs and tell me a ghost story. As long as it doesn't involve your ex-boyfriend. Stars glow in the dark till the first sign of daylight. I like human contact, but I don't like to play fight. The desperado knows just how at peace we are. In the bed naked watching movies on the VCR. Color me see-through and tickle my favorite inch. Turn the ringer off and thank God for David Lynch.
I wanna show girls that I love them. 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 I wanna show girls that I love them.
Goodness that I'll always be aware and sure of myself. evoking the mud villain beyond the valley of the Jeep beats for season ticket holders, and the fans have been the cheap seats. A sport for the scientific American giant, a Barbie-sized client keeping score and tracking strikeouts and RBIs. Me and my team on point like a thumbtack, rally caps in position, and we're poised for a comeback. On the strength of a ground rule double and a sac fly, we found new trouble, and by one run we're back by, but we didn't lose faith. Going into the eighth, in fact, every player on our team profited from our confidence. And then with runners on the corners, me on the on-deck circle, chin music on bad turned our three hitters neck purple. I think that Yogi Berra in this kind of case is quoted quite often, but anyway, I'm up, and its bases loaded. And you should know before you can say peanuts, popcorn, you could count on me to come in and clean up shop for him, know what I'm saying? Cause I'm the big stick carrying switch hitter with long ball power. Call me the crankshaft, the stitch splitter. My weapon of choice is called the bat out of hell booming 'em. It's big and black and made out of aluminum. Anyway, it's the first pitch, fastball swinging like a Caribbean. I smashed that little 9-inch ball into oblivion to make the score 7-4. That's the way it stayed in the end. The good guys win, the 93 provincial champions.
On August the 18th, 1999, the planets of our solar system are going to line up into the shape of a cross. They're going to line up in the fixed signs of Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, which just happen to correspond to the four beasts of the apocalypse as mentioned in the book of Daniel. Another fucking fact. God doesn't love you. God despises you. There's no hope. And mankind is just a component of the device by which the devil creates itself. With me?
From dawn to sunrise, sunrise to dawn, I draw math in your path and rock on. Sunrise to dawn, from dawn to sunrise, for you to try battling me would be unwise. 65 to 7 days of the week, so you don't wanna catch a sinker slide into the cheekbone. Call me critical, the disc jockey, the B-side picking, fat beats eternal. The colonel pushing fried chicken, snap crackling, the dap shackling, rap jackal, sneak attack battling, whack tackling. The crab apple got skills, but at the same time, artist, I face the east and pray to the rhyme goddess with the tender loving, the rain and the bitch like her, the good Samaritan homicidal hitchhiker. Hell on wheels with steel, stick shifted, puffing on beats and rock form to get quick lifted syllables into non-refillable blank spaces, eliminating contestants according to the rank basis. Variants of Syrian MCs when the scratch is torn, direct driven rappers can't fuck with the natural born. I never face the same shit that the Romeo faces, cause I'm too concerned with my own homeostasis. The DJ front and center, and the sooner he flips, you'll be freeze frame until the next lunar eclipse. With the crazy ass birds of prey, they got the right words to say. They come and sit beside you when you're eating your curds away, and try to make a new jack feel like the ace of spades. Before you know the ledge getting sodomized, replaces grades, used and confused, going about the whole scheme wrong. Ass backwards from the closing credits to the theme song. Dire straits, reminiscing back to prior dates. You're better off tossing your rhyme book in the fireplace. To slash and burn and try to learn how to earn the wage. The end of the chapter for a rapper, time to turn the page. Pathetic, crying on your knees, begging for at least please. Let me keep the autograph, poster and the crease sleeves. The whole prize vaporized before your eyes, you lost objective, because the dream was no longer cost effective. You threw a gutter ball and still had the utter gall to profile in front, when you know my shit is butter, y'all. From dawn to sunrise, sunrise to dawn, I draw math in your path and rock on. Sunrise to dawn, from dawn to sunrise, for you to try battling me would be unwise. From dawn to sunrise, sunrise to dawn, I draw math in your path and rock on. Sunrise to dawn, from dawn to sunrise, for you to try battling me would be unwise.